Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play once again. My name is Track94. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today we're going to be working on some interesting projects. For one, I think it's about time we got ourselves a beacon. So let's go ahead and collect some obsidian, and I'm going to make a wither cage. I'm going to see just what this obsidian can do, maybe to deflect some of the shots from the wither. I know the wither can break obsidian, but we'll see what we can do. So I'll mine this obsidian, and then I'll show you guys what I have in mind, so stay tuned. Alrighty everybody, so what I have in mind is I'm going to make a little box here underground, just above bedrock, that I'm going to use to contain the wither. And the idea is that I don't want to, every time I summon a wither, it's going to destroy the stone around it, and then I have to replace all the stone. But obsidian is tougher, so the obsidian is resistant to the initial explosion from the wither, and it's also, it can be broken by the wither whenever they do their blue skulls, but it only breaks a couple blocks, so it's really easy to repair the damage. Bedrock is totally immune to the damage from the wither, so any pieces of bedrock in the floor here will keep the wither from breaking it. But basically, I'm just going to make a little floor, and then the walls will be made out of obsidian as well. That's basically wither-proof. And then once I have this, it'll be like a little 3x3 box that I'll put the wither inside of, and then I can just reuse this over and over again, and only have to repair minimal damage from the wither. And it's safer too, because if I die from the wither, I'll be standing right here instead of, in an open spot where the wither could easily kill me. So having a little cage like this is really nice, I think, for players who want a safe way of killing the wither without having to worry about it getting loose and kind of escaping and causing havoc around your world. Fighting the wither on the surface is probably one of the most difficult ways of killing the wither, because they can roam freely, and then they'll start killing random mobs, and they'll fly away, and they'll start destroying your world, and it's just bad news. So definitely consider making a cage like this. Some people will do it in the roof of the nether. Some people will do it on the bottom. I like to have one in the overworld. I might do one in the nether at some point in time as well. But yeah, you need to have a 3x3 room so you can actually build the wither out of the skulls as well too. So definitely have one of these in your world, and it should make fighting the wither a lot easier. A little bit cheaty in my opinion, just to be able to stuff the wither in a small space, but I mean the wither's a really tough monster to kill. Really, he's immune to most effects. The only real damaging effects that hurt the wither is melee damage, like with a sword, bow. There's really no potion effects that harm the wither that much. Maybe potion of healing. There is you can suffocate the wither, and that's really about it. It's immune to fire damage, if I understand correctly, and it's immune to poison damage or anything else like that. So here's my little wither cage. What I will do is I'm also going to make this area out of obsidian as well, because if the wither blows up this area as well, then it will make it a lot harder for me to get my stuff if I die. So definitely when you build this, have that in mind, that the wither could kill you, and you want to be able to access your stuff without having to worry about the wither too much. Looks like I need more obsidian, but you get the basic idea here. So definitely have one of these in your world. It's nice to have, and I put it here at the end of my mine shaft, so if I die, it's not gonna go somewhere where all my stuff is. So anyways, I'll be back here with the wither skeleton skulls, and we'll be ready to knock them out and get our first beacon. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Alrighty guys, so I have everything here, and it's always a good idea to have just to leave all your stuff behind before you, like anything you absolutely don't need. And it's always good to have blocks too, in case you need to get back and give yourself some more space. If I do this, I can break line of sight with the wither, and the wither will just kind of sit there and destroy the box, but it won't kill me. So I'd rather repair the damage than just die and lose all my stuff. So yeah, here's the box. I actually moved it back a little bit because I wanted to have a little bit more space between me and the wither if I needed it. So what I can do is I can go down here, wait for the wither to explode, and then I can just start walloping on it from over here. And if I take too much damage, I can just walk backwards a little bit and just let my health regenerate. And then meanwhile, the wither will just kind of sit there, can't really go anywhere because it can't break all of those blocks. And even if it breaks a few of them, it would take a long time for it to break enough blocks to escape and start doing damage to everything. So yeah, I think we are ready to summon the wither now, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm a little bit nervous because I haven't done this in a very long time. And it makes me a little bit nervous. So, you know, I think I have prepared myself fairly decently. So I'm going to go ahead and I got an 8-minute strength potion. I'll go ahead and chug that. Good. Get my health potions ready. So if I need to, I can just give myself some instant health. Get my food ready. And let's go ahead and do this. In the cage pretty easily. Wow, they really upgraded the wither. It's a lot harder now. Health is hurting a little bit. I'm just going to back off and chug a regen potion. Right below me. It's a good thing I'm doing this inside my mind. There you are. Wow, would you look at that? Oh my goodness. Wow, that was insane. Look at the damage done. Oh my goodness. Wow, yeah, that obsidian cage did nothing. Did absolutely nothing. Wow, that was... And look at that, it just drilled a tunnel right towards me. That's insane. Wow. So, that was actually kind of scary. I thought for sure I was gonna die. But I was able to think on my feet, and yeah, that was something else. Look at that. It went all the way back to the very edge of the mine, and it dug all these blocks out. And that's just absolutely bonkers. Well, at least I have figured out that an obsidian box does not work at all against a wither. So maybe in the future I can, maybe what I'll do is I will fill in these blocks and I'll dig lower into the bedrock, because I know withers can't kill bedrock. They cannot destroy the bedrock, but the explosion from the wither broke all that obsidian. So that's really the big thing, is it's all the obsidian it broke. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I got another star. So let's go ahead and set up a beacon. I'll see you guys on the surface. Alright guys, you ready? Let's make our first beacon for the Let's Play world. Boom, there it is. And I have been using all that iron from the iron farm to go ahead and build this tower. And as you will see here, I put it on top of the library. It's a perfect place to put it. You can't really see it from the ground. You don't see the tower. You will see the beam, of course, but everything else is not really visible from the ground. You have to kind of be a distance off before you start seeing the iron pillar here. I went ahead and made it a full-size tower, and I made it so you can put up to 4 beacons up here. I'm only going to do 1 right now, but in the future I'll get a couple more, and we can go ahead and max out this beacon area. And this is perfectly situated in pretty much the middle of my base. It'll reach the farms over there, the wood farms, and it'll reach most of the village, maybe not the edge of the village back there, but most of it. I'm going to put it in this direction right here. And then let's go ahead and give it some iron. Ooh, Beaconator. That's really cool. I love the new sound effect. So we're going to go ahead and cash in on that speed. We're going to get speed 2, because I like to be able to move around quickly. And then next we'll probably get resistance and haste, maybe strength or regen. I'm not sure which one. I definitely want to get a beacon in the nether though, so that we can get the oh, we got ourselves some company. We can get ourselves the strength 2, and that'll make it a lot easier to kill those wither skeletons in the future. But my wither skeleton farm is still pretty basic. It's not effective at killing wither skeletons in large quantities. Man, look how fast I'm walking now. Oh no, I'm gonna be going so fast now. Boom, look at this. Oh my goodness, this is incredibly fast. Yeah, I'll be getting around my world much faster now. That's pretty cool. So, yep. Wow, everything is so much faster now. I feel like I could jump from here to, yeah, wow, that's pretty cool. I can't normally do that. So things are gonna be a lot speedy. Let's go ahead and do a test run. We're just blazing. Oh my goodness. I don't even have like a potion effect or anything. This is just the beacon itself. Oh my goodness. It's funny because I go slower when I'm traveling through the. Oh my goodness. My frame rate's going down. Let's see how far it reaches. Alright. More of these guys. I'm gonna need to sleep at some point. That's funny, the cat in the other place is hissing at him. Yeah, so it doesn't quite reach the village here. Let's see here. Nope, still not. Oh, there it is. So it's like right here. So it actually does not reach the village at all, unfortunately. I mean, I don't go to the village that often, so it's not really a big deal, but I definitely spend most of my time in this area, so this will be a nice little speed boost. Look how fast I can go. This is just absolutely bonkers. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing on the docket. Alrighty everybody, so a little bit of time has passed since the last recording you guys just saw, and I've been very, very busy working on a project, and I actually went ahead and finished it. I didn't think you guys would find it that interesting, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview of what I did. So what I did is I automated the slime farm 100%, and upgraded it a little bit too. So if you remember, in earlier episodes, I basically made the slime farm here at the 2 slime chunks, and the slimes would spawn here, and then I would have to come down here, there'd be like a ladder to come down here and manually kill them, and then that's how I'd get slime. But now, I actually used a design I found on YouTube by a YouTuber named Nemmom, I believe is how you pronounce his name. I will go ahead and put a link to the video that I used in his channel in the description of this video. But basically, it just automates the slime farm completely, so the slimes will bounce and bounce and bounce, and they'll go off the edge, and then the water streams will pull them towards the center, and the magma blocks will damage them and kill them, and all the drops get funneled here to the very middle and are collected by the hoppers in these corners. This lava right here serves the purpose of killing the medium and large slimes, and they become smaller slimes, and the smaller slimes die on, the tiny ones that is, die on the magma, and they get collected. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 levels, and they're all lit using jack-o'-lanterns, so no other monsters can spawn here except for slimes. And it's actually fairly efficient. I'm getting a reasonable amount of slime, not a huge amount, since I don't have a minecart system, or sorry, a fully lit cave. I haven't fully lit all the caves around here, if that makes sense. So it's gonna be a little slower. What you just saw was the automatic collection system. This is something I added to Nemmom's idea. So originally, in his video, he used water streams to move everything. I didn't want to use water streams because I've been using minecarts to move everything around, and I feel like that would work better in my case since that's what I'm using for my automatic storage system. So all of the slime goes in these hoppers. The minecart comes along here. It goes around the entire farm counterclockwise. It goes along this track, gets pushed here into this collection area, and this is just a very simple collection thing. So if there's any items inside of this hopper, it'll activate that comparator. That comparator powers this block. That block powers this torch, which turns off. Turns this redstone dot off from this block, turning off the powered rail, so the minecart will stop here, and it'll stay here until all the items from the hopper have been collected. Then it'll peel out and continue on its way, and all of the other collection points are exactly the same. When the hopper minecart collects a certain number of items, I believe it's 2 or 3 stacks, when it crosses over this detector rail, this comparator rail will read the number of items inside the minecart and will give a output depending on how many items. When we get a redstone signal strength of 2, so you just saw we had 1, but when you get a signal strength of 2, that's strong enough to reach this block, which turns off this torch, which turns this redstone line off, and switches that rail from pointing this way to pointing this way. So the minecart will turn off this direction, and then it'll go down this track right here. And this track goes all the way to the collection system. Right. So the minecart will go up this very, very long ladder of rails, come all the way up here to underneath our sheep farm, as you can hear. And all the items will be collected into this hopper. This comparator will read that the items are flowing into the hopper, and it'll unpower this minecart rail, so it'll stop it from leaving and returning. And then once the items are all out of the the chest minecart, and this hopper is empty and everything's gone into this chest, then it will return and continue doing what it was doing before. But all those items that get collected sit inside this hopper right here, and will wait for the collection minecart to come along, the one that I use for my storage system, to collect all the items using a simple unloading system. And it connects with the rest of the farms. So you just saw that guy take off right there. But here's the starting point. Here's the watermelon and pumpkin farm. Here is the sugarcane and bamboo farm. And of course the slime farm's over there. So it collects all those items using some minecart trickery. This uses the southwest glitch. Not really a glitch, more of a feature. Where it'll go this way. When it meets the track in this direction, it'll go this way first. And then it'll go this way again. And then when it returns, it'll go this way. And then it'll go along here. It'll go here to the mob system, and then it'll continue on to the other farms, as you've seen before. And this system here, the sheep farm, like I've shown you before, is completely separate from the storage system, so all of the drops from the sheep farm go into a separate chest, which is actually right here. And of course, over here in the super silo storage system, I went ahead and added another row to the silo storage system, and I have all the slime balls collecting in this one chest right here. And as you can see, this is all the slime balls that we've collected in just the past few hours. So we're doing very well. We're not going to run out of slime, just like how we're not going to run out of everything else. So, yeah, we got automatic slime collection now. Alright everybody, so one of the last things I wanted to do in this episode was to go ahead and build a mini farm. So I have had a shortage of beetroots because these stupid guys over here don't produce any beetroots. Like, you know, they're full of seeds, but they just keep stealing the beetroots and keeping them for themselves. And everything else is working fine. You know, the wheat villagers are doing their thing, and the beetroot villagers are being stupid, but then the carrot and potato guys are full, you know. So those guys, everyone's doing their job except for these stupid beetroot villagers. So, and the reason why is because their inventories are not full of beetroots. So I figured, hey, let's make a mini farm using these ingredients here, and we can fill up their inventories, and then maybe then we'll actually start to get some return on investment. So I got a bunch of bone meal here, And this is just a very, very basic design. I did not make this design. It's from a YouTuber called MindStop. I'll go ahead and put a link to their video in the description, and you can see it for yourself, but it's very, very basic. This design is not AFKable, which means that if you sit there and AFK, the dispensers will eventually run out after maybe 30 minutes or so. But if you wanted to run this for a really long time, you'd have to come back and refill it in the process. But anyways, it's super duper basics. All you have to do is figure out where you want to put it. I'm going to put it right here. I want to put it back here so I don't really see it that much and it doesn't really stand out quite so much. And then once you figure that out, you got to place down your dispensers. So one here, one here, one here, and then you want to put your block of dirt right there. So put that there. I need to place down my water source, which I will do right here. And then you got to get out. So once you have your water source, then you just take your hoe, till the soil, and then what's next? And then you got to do the redstone. So we're gonna have this gonna be I'm gonna stand right here, and I'm gonna place the the seeds onto that block right there, and I'm going to have a dot of redstone right here, and then from right here I'm going to power it with a lever. Good. And then what that lever does is it powers this dispenser and this one, and when this dispenser gets powered, it's going to trigger this observer, and as you can see, the observer is facing the wrong way. The observer needs to face down, so you face down. Whatever direction you face is where the observer will face. So what will happen is, if you watch very closely at the top left-hand corner of the screen, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but oh, there you go. You just saw that, how it triggered the observer. Basically, when this dispenser clicks, it'll trigger that guy. So we're going to fix our mistake here, and then put the dispenser back. And so what's going to happen is when that guy triggers, he's going to power this piston right here using this redstone right here, if that makes sense. There's going to be some redstone over here. And that redstone will power this dispenser as well, and that will trigger this piston. But what's going to happen is it's a one-tick pulse, so this line of redstone here will get ticked once, and that'll cause the piston to extend and retract really fast because it's a one-tick pulse. And what's going to happen is that pulse is going to update the redstone back there in the area we saw, which will trigger the dispenser again and the observer again, and the whole process starts over. And it's basically, as long as this line is powered back here, it will keep those dispensers, this one and the one back there, leading to the observer, locked, so the observer cannot update until I release this lever. And as you can see, it's very loud, and it'll start punching that piston. Now the reason why we want to do that is because the light level inside here, right here, is super duper dark when there's a stair and a piston covering it. But when the piston extends, the light level temporarily goes up, allowing me to place the seed, and then when the piston retracts, the light level goes down, which breaks the crop when it's fully grown using the dispensers. Long story short, it's really fast. I'm going to turn down the volume for you guys once I do this, and you can see just how quick it is. I'm going to try it with every piece here. So here we go. Whoops. I forgot you have to put bone meal inside these guys. Let me do that real quick. Alrighty, so I put bone meal in all of those guys, so let's go ahead and give this thing a test. You might want to watch out. This thing is going to be very loud. So as you can see, sometimes it takes a couple tries and the seed will break itself. This farm is not super duper efficient because it's only using 3 dispensers instead of 4. If it was using 4 dispensers, you're guaranteed to grow the wheat every time. But basically, once you get in the right rhythm, it's almost like it has to sync together. Then you'll just start getting tons and tons of whatever you're growing. See, this works with all crops, so I'll try the beetroot now. Oops, forgot I have to get the beetroot seeds. Alright, I'm done being mixed up. Let's go ahead and I'm going to do it on this side so it's close. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Sometimes it doesn't work the first time. Whew, okay, that's enough for my ears for today. But basically, as you can see, it is super fast with carrots and potatoes because the amount of time it takes, for the number of stages they take to grow is a lot less than beetroots and wheat. But it does work on beetroots and wheat, it's just a little bit slower and a little bit more wasteful. But as you can see, this thing goes through bone meal fast. It's very inefficient, so you want to do this if you have tons of bone meal just kind of sitting around. And I just used up the last of that bone meal in that stockpiles, but it'll work in a pinch, I guess. If you need beetroots fast and you got tons of bones laying around like I do, look at all this bone and go through. And then I got bones, actually, bone meal right here. This chest, you can see I have bone meal collecting from all the things that get composted automatically too, so I have a steady source of bones and bone meal, so I think there shouldn't be any issues keeping this thing fed. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I have for you guys for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching till the very end. If you guys liked the content, be sure to leave a like on the video, maybe even tell me what you liked about the video. If you have any possible improvements, of course, that's always appreciated too. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how I'm doing on these videos. And if you guys really like the content and you want to watch more Minecraft, consider subscribing to my channel. It helps me, definitely gives me encouragement to want to keep making videos like this. It takes a lot of my time and energy to do so, so always appreciate the support you guys give me. Without further ado, thank you guys very much for watching, and take it easy, everybody.